It's Saturday afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. See if anybody's around. I know it's Saturday afternoon. You might all be busy, but perhaps a few of you are in the area, want to hang out with me for a little bit, just to maybe an hour. I have to go to dinner tonight. It's Saturday night, but I have a little while in case you do. Let's see if anybody's around. Yes, I'm trying to use
a little while in case you do.
Okay, so I've got it on here. Okay, anybody here? It says I have 9 viewers. All right, welcome. Let me open up a page so I can talk to you guys. 1 sec. It's a very nice day here in Texas. Kind of hot. I'd say it's at least 85 degrees right now. Okay. All right, let me just mute it there. Okay. Hi, Linda, Elaine, and Corey. How you doing? So nice of you to come in and visit. Well, thank you. Is that Nathan or Nadia? The 5 of us vlogs. That's part of my family. Thanks. I took a shower. Hi, Amanda. Put a little bit of makeup on. I felt like it because for the last few days, I've been just hanging out. How's everyone today? Which one of the 5 of us am I talking to? LOL. Nathan. Nate. He calls himself Nate. I call him Nathan. Well, thank you, Linda. It's very kind of you to say. Definitely see you later. Okay. That's my he's like a son. I call him my I'm mom number 2. I mean, I'm not number 1. That's Kathy's son. But since I've known him since he was a kid, I consider him a kid, my kid. Hi, Sally. It's very warm in Texas, Amanda. It is probably mid-80s easily. It just felt really like hot. Even last night it was high 70s, which in the last few months we've had to have a sweater at night or a jacket. Not last night. How are you, Sally? How's everybody doing today? What are you guys up to? It's in Texas right here, it's like 4 p.m. So we have like some time because I go to dinner at around, I gotta leave about 5:30. I've got to prepare my relish dish. Hi, Corey. Oh my God, 38 degrees. Where's that? It's so warm here. I'm gonna miss the winter, even though it was hard sometimes. I still enjoy the colder weather more than I do the hot, for sure. Yeah, we have a warm spell this week, and I don't know if we're going to get back to any cool weather or not. Sounds wonderful, Amanda. She's going to drop her daughter at the lake. That's a warm day, yeah. Where are you again, Amanda? Corey, you're in Illinois at 38 degrees. Yeah, it's cold up north. That's nice. Yeah, so that's what I thought. I had gotten dressed, and I'm only making a relish tray for bringing the family night, which has like pickles, beets, pickled cauliflower, black olives, sweet gherkins, and bread and butter. That's right, little elm. So it's warm for you too, yeah. Hi, Elaine. It's 49 degrees in Virginia. Well, I thought I would just come on here and see if anybody wanted to talk about anything, ask me any questions that they've been thinking about, and see if I could answer them. You're not that far, Amanda. We're like, I could be in Dallas like, I think 3 hours, 3.5, something like that. I only went through Dallas early Sunday morning when I first got here. I have not traveled Texas at all, really. Thank you, Sally. She likes my top. This, I haven't worn this all year. It's just a real lightweight, what would you call, like a kimono thingy. And this is just a cotton shirt. Rosie's sleeping over there. And Lily, I don't know where Lily is. Sometimes Lily goes underneath my shoe rack. She'll just like push her way in. So she's just hiding out. They're resting. They were just out. Yeah, Michigan is still winter, and I know there's like snow. Like they had another snowstorm up there. But I don't like snowstorms because then it gets kind of dangerous to walk around. But I do like the cold weather. We've been having really pretty necklace. Oh, thank you. I'll be all right. We've been having really pretty weather here. I made this necklace. I just decided I'll keep it. I did make something really gorgeous, I think, because I used a lot of my new beads. And it turned out really cool. Hi, Jeannie. 70 miles north of Houston, Conroe. I've heard of Conroe, Texas. Thank you. Hi, Sully. It's warm out. He says, just back to my RV in Fairfield, Texas, after going to Waco. Is Waco a nice place? Because I always watch the Fixer Upper, and they're in Waco. So you're in Texas too, Sully. We could have some sort of Texas meetup. Get a bunch of people. It'd be fun. So this is the weekend, and I don't have really much planned. Just gonna go to dinner tonight and then come home. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I made this, which right now I think I'm liking it for me, but I can make another. It's a bracelet with turtles. I got the turtles. They were a bracelet I bought on Top Hatter. But look at the turtles. I don't know if you can see them good. It's really pretty. Hi, Totally Kathy. Welcome to the chat room. So what's going on? Anybody have something special going on, or a question they'd like to ask me, or just something that I can share with everybody? It's pretty mellow here, I can tell you. But my windows are all shut because I got the AC on, which I really kind of loved it, like that spring, autumn where you have the windows open, but you need a sweater. I like that weather. Follow your peace. Hi, Deb. Hi, follow your peace. You're in Conroe, Texas, too. Is that a pretty good area? Sounds like a lot of people are there. What's happening with you today? Is Conroe, Texas, like in the high 80s, temperature-wise? So, I guess I should say something. You want me to tell you a story? Hi, Bri. Thank you. I haven't talked to Patrick in the last, I guess it's been maybe 2-3 weeks. I love his son. He's such a doll, and I hope they get to come here sometime. Kathy's in Nebraska. It's cold there. Yeah, I imagine. So we seem to have gotten right into a summer day. I could tell you a story or something, not a story. I could tell you a life, something I did in my life that was interesting. I told somebody else and they said, you should tell your people that. Patrick's a really nice man. He's a gentleman. He likes to laugh. He likes to cook and eat, which we got along really well. Yeah, he's a really nice man. I I could see myself hanging out with him. Like he'd be the best roommate or neighbor. Okay, Bri, I'm going to tell this. This is a true story. This happened to me. Let's see. It was the year of, I'd say, 1969. So if you want to think about that for a minute, that was Santa Barbara, California. It was a beautiful area, and it was hippie days. And I was living with a few girlfriends and sort of taking up space at City College, playing my guitar. And we met me and my girlfriend Sue met this guy, and I think it was two guys and a girl. Anyway, they said um, they were from Canada, near Vancouver, and they were just stopping in. They're on a sailboat, and they invited us, me and my girlfriend, to go on the sailboat and visit and get high and 60s. It was fun. So we did. So we went, and it was a cool, being young, you don't think about safety. So we just went. I brought my guitar, and there were drinks and probably joints, and I don't know. I don't remember all the details, but I do remember thinking it was cool. It was a big 89-foot halibut workboat that they turned into a they turned it into like a hippie pad sailboat. And the name of the boat, this is an 89-foot, had 3 sails. It was almost like when the sails were up, pirate looking, old. Nothing fancy. And they called it the Promiscuity. Are you guys into it? Shall I keep telling you about it? Because it's pretty exciting. Give me a yes, a couple of yeses, and I will. Anybody want to hear the rest of this story? Okay. All right. So after partying with these young men, they were a little older than us. They were probably in their 20s. Maybe the captain was late 20s, 30s. I don't know. I didn't ask. Okay. So they said, listen, we're going to Vancouver, Canada. Why don't you and your girlfriend go pack a bag and hop aboard, and we'll take you to Vancouver, and you can always take the bus, which comes right by Santa Barbara, or rent a car and come back home. Hi, how are you doing, RV Fat Cat? Yeah, she's the one I told the story to, and she goes, you've got to tell your subscribers about it. So I am. So we ran home and packed a small bag with whatever I don't even really remember the details of it. I know I had my guitar in the case, and I know I brought some comfortable clothes, and so did she. And I called my parents, and my mom and dad were very, very cool, easygoing parents. They were. So they didn't want me to go, of course, but because I was going to go, there was no stopping me. They said, well, don't leave. We're going to drive up, which is about a 2-hour drive from West Hollywood, where they lived, all the way to Santa Barbara, where I was. And so they drove up. Hi, Nomadic RV. They drove up all the way from LA. They parked in the yacht club, whatever you call it, where the sailboats and all the boats are, in the yacht, whatever, boat area, boat sail. So anyway, they come and they see this Promiscuity. That's the name of the sailboat. And it wasn't a fancy one, but I mean, they weren't stopping me and my girlfriend. So we hugged goodbye. My parents were like, there was no cell phones. 1969, we had no cell phones or computers, laptops, none of that stuff. But we had guts. We had guts. So we hopped on, and we sailed off. My parents were like waving goodbye, and I'm sure they were worried and I would call whenever there was a phone booth, because that's what you did. You went to the phone booth to call. So I remember the first like evening on the sailboat was really pretty nice. I mean, it's gorgeous. The stars come out, and we were making our way towards Point Conception. I had no clue about any of this stuff. Little did I also know is that the captain had a girlfriend, and I think there were two other, like, first mate and another guy, about four of them, and then me and my girlfriend, which was like the full crew. And they explained to us that we would take the helm, like a couple of hours during the day, so that they could rest. And it's everybody does it. You just steer. They would tell you that there's the compass, and that's the coordinates we want to keep on, and you just go on it. It's like, okay, right? Also, we had to make a meal. Everybody had their time in the kitchen, which was below deck, and you would throw together whatever you could, sandwiches. That was the deal. And I remember thinking, oh, this is really neat. Hi, Lynn. Thank you, hon, very much. But the thing is that we found out there was no ship-to-shore radio. There was no electronically, nothing. The only thing they had was the compass, the something finder, the old-fashioned maps. They just direction finder. I can't think of the name of it. And we thought nothing of it until, this is where the story really gets kind of freaky. It was fine until we got, like, the next night. We were at Point Conception, which is like, I guess it's going around a curve, and there's lots and lots of rapid the tides and pulling and the waves. And no matter when you go, Point Conception. Hi, Susan. Thank you. You're very kind. Yeah, you can't, like, there's not one time when it's real calm. That's just the way it is going around Point Conception. Sextant. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Hi, Brandy. Welcome. I'm telling a story. So I remember that, again, the beginning was really nice and easy, and I could bring my guitar out and play it a little bit and then put it away. And as we got dark in the evening, the waves started coming, and we were like, and this is 89 foot, but it felt like a tin can. It didn't feel like we were very big. When you're out in the middle of the ocean and you don't see any land anymore, it's pretty scary. And I didn't realize it, of course, until I was in the middle of this. And it was rocking and rolling and rocking and rolling. And it was like, I didn't get sick. I felt nauseous, but I never threw up. And I think a couple people did get sick. And then, like I said, we'd had to go down and make some kind of, food preparation. I remember throwing together bread, avocado, peanut butter, jam, bologna, whatever. I mean, it was just whatever we could get, a big old thing. And as we were getting deeper into this, they told us we couldn't come aboard. We had to stay below in our berths. It's like, oh my God, without air, because it's not fancy again. So we're below deck, and I don't know what time it was, but it was dark, and I had to go to the bathroom. And there was a bathroom down below, but it wasn't working. It was terrible. And I wasn't going to, I was determined to go up and get air. There was a bathroom right next to where the bridge was. Dangerous. This is very dangerous. Anyway, so I said, I'm going upside. I open up the, whatever you call this thing over your head when you come up the stairs. I'm terrible at sailboat pieces, parts of them. But anyway, I think, so we opened it up, and a wave literally just came over the boat and hit me. I mean, I got wet. Oh my God. Now I'm on my hands and knees because it's wet, it's rocking, and I am barely able to get to the side so I could hold on to like a wire thing, because this was not fancy. Like, it didn't have walls, it had wires and a short. You could go overboard. And I held on, and it was just wet and, moving like this. And I got to the bathroom, which I went right by the bridge, and the bridge was open on both sides. There was 3 guys in there because it was storm. It's like a storm, but I think it's always a storm going over Point Conception. But this was bad. So I go to the bathroom, and I'm sitting on this toilet, and it's actually like this. And when it would go like this, I could just about almost touch the water. I didn't try, but it's like the water was close. Freaked me out. And then I had to get out of the bathroom, and I started crawling along the floor, and the guys pulled me in angrily. They're like, "What are you doing out there? You could have died. We would have never known you were gone." And they sat me in this chair. And for the rest of the night, I couldn't sleep. The chair would move from side to side of the room. And there was a little bed for like the guy that wasn't steering, so he could sleep. And the guy was steering. And oh my God, what a night, what a mess. The next morning, this isn't even the end of the story. Are you all still into the story? Because I can stop. Let me know. Because I don't want to bore you. Anybody want me to continue? It's almost over. Say yes. Okay. All right. So it's now like I stayed in that little place for the night, and I was told off that I should never, disobey the captain. And so it's the calm. It's like the calm after this major storm, and it was very, very dark. And hi, eucalyptus lady, Janet. Hi, Janet, and Maddie, and white fat fiddle. All right. So the next morning, like, it's real thick fog. It's very calm. All of a sudden, it's very, very calm. And in between there might have been a meal, and whatever. It wasn't great. It wasn't really great, but it was like my turn to be at the helm. I think it was noon. I might have done like noon to 1 or something, 11 to 1, 12, but it wasn't long. So I'm at the helm, and it's very thick fog, and I am kind of like on my own. I don't know where everybody is. They're eating. I and I look up, and I'm seeing something out of the fog, like a point, like something coming out of the fog, and I realize as it gets closer that it is a huge ship. I mean, not a little ship, like the USS Kearsarge. I think that's what it was. Oh, or the SS Constellation. Yeah, that's the one it was. And I'm like, it could run us over. We're like a speck to them. And I start this big wheel, like turning it to the left, and the captain, of course, I'm screaming, "Hey!" And the captain comes and takes over, and we wind up going to the left of this. The wake from it passing us sent waves over our ship. We came that close to like head on. They would have never even felt, and there was nobody. There was no one. There was no one. I could see no human beings. Just a big gray, huge aircraft carrier of some sort. That was horrible, and I'm telling you, all of us were pretty freaked out by it, and I could not wait to see land. That's when I realized they said at 2 p.m. we're going to see land, and at 2 p.m. we saw the horizon and the land. It's like, I'm getting off this boat. And my friend Sue stayed on. We got to Moss Landing was the name of the landing where we stopped. And as soon as I thanked him, I got off of my guitar, jumped off the boat, and And then I went to this gas station on the main highway, 101, and these ladies came in to get gas, and they were my age, maybe a little older than me, and they were headed south. They took me right. They just took me all the way back to Santa Barbara. I was scared to death. I will, and now that I know, I mean, it would be good ship to shore radio and stuff. So that was my story. I got off, and my mom and dad were happy that I got off, and I don't even remember Susan ever coming back. But I don't know. I don't remember too much about right after that. I don't know. Yes, Bri, it was the closest I've ever come to like being lost at sea, just almost falling over. I didn't fall over, but they thought I was terrible for even coming up above, but I couldn't stand it below. But that's my story. It's a true story, and it happened, like I said, in 1969. I was a young girl, and I just had the nerve to do it. So no, it was not a dream, Diane. This was a real, true happening in my life. Back in 1969, me and a girlfriend got on that ship, and we just said, let's go. Little did we know that it's very scary out there, and without any ship to shore radio or anything modern, nothing. I know. And my parents were so weren't they good just to come up and see us and wave goodbye? I know they didn't want me to go. Yes. I learned a lesson, a lot about, I mean, our lives are one big lesson. Well, Brandy, I'll tell you what, I've been on cruise ships and had a wonderful time. But when you go on people's private sailboats and stuff, you got to make sure that, that they're schooled and adults. Hi, Granny. Hi, Bean Sprout. Oh my gosh, it was just crazy. And it's like it came out of this thick fog. Thank God it was far enough away, to turn away. Bryce said that I've scared them all. And now no one's going to want to get on boats. Yes, Maddie, the angels were with me. And it's another weird thing, too. I had a ring. And my sister, the one that passed away, she was alive then. She died in 1974. But she had gotten me a ring, and it was my initials. It was like gold, but then the top was initials in little diamond chips, but that was sort of like, it looked silver. It was cool. She had one and I had one. And when I was one of the times when I was up in the bridge, just watching, learning how to, what to do up there when it was my turn, I was playing with my ring, and it was like this, and I just literally, it came off my finger and flew over into the ocean. Is that crazy? Yeah. So, that was a lesson. Never play with your rings when you're over water. Oh God. So that's my lesson learned. And it was not fun. Actually, I can't say it was fun. Maybe a couple of hours of fun when it was really mellow and we were, listening to music and watching the stars. So that's what's going on. Anybody have any fabulous things to shout out, or got a question for me that maybe you've been aching to wonder about? Right, without a stopper in the sink, exactly. Yeah, I'm careful. I've never, that was weird. The whole thing was crazy. How's the weather in your area, RV Fat Cat? What's the temperature? Like 80s here. Let me see. I can ask my phone. Okay, Google, what's the temperature in Knox City?
In Knox City, it's currently 82.
82 degrees, and what is it? 426. So, yeah, it's a warm day. But it's not terrible. I mean, it's very nice out. But I can only imagine the summer coming real fast. Diane's in Northeast Florida. It's 77 degrees. Thank you, Kathy. I'm glad I made it too. Yeah, the weather's now like warm, and I'm hoping we get another cold spell before the summer hits. Never know. Well, it's time for you to come back, Nomadic RV. He said it's hot and windy, 30 miles an hour, the winds in Deming, New Mexico. I almost, when I was planning my life in the RV, one of my many things I thought I was going to do was in Deming, New Mexico. They've got, they're looking for always office help at the, what's the name of the group that's out there? They've got an RV park. You probably are in it. 85 degrees in Texas. It's Colorado 66, windy as hell. 50 to 70 mile an hour gusts yesterday. That is awful, especially living in a trailer. Eucalyptus lady, she says it's 49 degrees in Charlottesville. See, I like 49 and 50. I like 60s, 40s. 66 sounds good, actually. The wind doesn't sound good, though. If there's storms supposed to be this week, it sure doesn't look like it here. Let's see. I'll find out. Okay, Google, what's the weather like for this week?
Here's the forecast for Knox City.
Okay, give it to me. It's supposed to be high. Oh my God, tomorrow's high is 94. 94? I'm not happy. Hi, Mary. That makes me want to. Monday, high of 86, low of 59. But Tuesday, we got a little bit of change of weather. High of only 74, low of 46. Say high of 66. Good. So next week we'll get a better weather again. You have an Alexa? She said it's been unplugged for being creepy. Hi, Wayne. Yeah, I guess I could have gone to Google Home. That's true. Yes, so it's really beautiful. Nomadic RV, are you ever going to come back to glorious Haskell and Knox City? Well, Amanda, if you're anywhere in Texas, it's warm. And you are in Texas, so no, it's warm. I can guarantee it. Yay! So this has been fun. Anybody have any questions? No one. Everybody knows everything. I'm an open book. No questions. So I'm all ready. I'm all ready to go tonight. We're having. I hope we're not eating outside. I got a feeling that we're eating outside, which I don't like to eat outside. First of all, I don't like flies. It's hot. I like being cool. But anyway, we might be eating outside. It's going to be, they're cooking hamburgers. Everybody's bringing side dishes, and I'm bringing a relish tray. That's my big thing. No big deal, right? PNW, Granny, she said, we got a new car and loving the lower fuel bills. I bet. What kind of car did you get? We're having hamburgers with all the sides, you know. carrot salad, potato salad. Nadia makes a really good cabbage salad that everybody loves. I don't know what else. That sounds like a pretty park, the Dreamcatcher RV Park. I'd stay there. Oh, a Jeep Patriot, a 2017. That must be really nice. Congratulations on your new car. I would love a brand new. I would love a brand new van. But usually you get what you need, and I feel like my truck is pretty good, so I shouldn't complain. It drives really nice. Kathy went to Texas Roadhouse. Red. Ooh, nice. A red Jeep Patriot. Patriot? Yeah. Well, that is what's going on here. I have not a lot more to say. That was a pretty big story. But I've had quite a life. I'm sure we all have. Wow, that gets 28 miles to the gallon. That's really nice. Well, that's good. Let me know when you're back. Yeah, Texas Roadhouse steak sounds like a good dinner. Yes, I am. I've had Toyotas. That's what I used to buy, Toyotas. And then I got into vans. We had the Kia Sedona minivan from Kia. We had I think there was 3 of them, brand new, every couple of years. Well, Kathy and I were traveling. Yeah, I don't like to have any car problems. I mean, nobody does, but since I'm not really the fix-it kind of person, I I like a newer vehicle. But as you get older, you can't really replace things. And I'm not going into debt anymore. I'm out of debt. Who's so young, Kathy? Yeah, and then once you get a new car, you know that you're going to keep it for a while. That's because, you know, when I was a working bee and I was working and making good money, and even before craft shows, I always had jobs. Then I would get a new car because I wanted, to have a new car every few years. Hi, Craig. So you're in New York, Long Island, and you had snow here again. And you're gathering shells from back for hippie necklace months. Of course, he will. No, no, no. He wants me to make him a shell necklace. I don't make too much men's jewelry because I'm pretty feminine, but I can do shells, I suppose. Yep. I am really into beads though. I don't think anybody's into them more than me. Because each thing I do, when I'm making a necklace, it's not just one bead and then whatever. I think about each little step of the way to make it interesting. It's just part of me. It's the way I do it. That's why if somebody wants something all black, that'd be kind of boring, all black. I'm into the art of it, the creativeness. Creativeness? Is that a word? The creativeness of it all. So that's what's going on. I'm trying to figure out if anybody has anything they want to say before I end my little live super chat. Diane says the last car they purchased, a Kia Soul, picked it up in Key West. Cool. Faster purchase ever. In and out, 45 minutes. That's fast. I can. Don't yell at me. Craig's yelling at me. Craig, be nice. I can make it on the elastic cord so that it goes right over your head. Yes, see, Granny says her hubby still has a puka shell necklace from the hippie days. This necklace here is from. Oops, it came down. This is from the '60s. This is like an original hippie necklace. This was my sister's. Let me say here. Pretty interesting though. It's got a bell, and it's really like made interestingly. I don't even know if I could do that. That's a hippie bead necklace from like 19. I think that's got to be from like 68, 67, something like that. RV Fat Cat, you can make the bracelets of your dried poop from the flying turd. Yeah, you could sell them. See, people want them. That's okay, Craig. I was kidding anyway. I was kidding. I know you wouldn't yell at me. Somehow I will be able to make you a cool shell necklace. You're so funny. She's a funny girl. Oh man, pizza. The king of pizza asks if there's any good pizza places. Where I live, no. No, there really isn't. There's only one place here, and we're like a takeout place. They've got pizzas and chicken wings, and I think they do like pasta dinners, something like that. Well, I had their personal pizza, which was it was real small. It was good, but that's because I have no other choice. You have to go into town to get a good pizza. Actually, sometimes we'll get a pizza at Walmart and like doctor it up with more cheese and stuff. I would love to know what that means, but I don't speak that language. Not pro. I have no idea. Are you talking to Susan? Who are you talking to? I don't live in a trailer park because I live on my friend's property. RV Fat Cat, however, does. Wiley, Texas. Yeah, it's hot. Isn't it hot today? Gee, if this is what's going to happen in the summer, I want to go. I want to get out of here. I'm hoping to go a few places when it's so hot. I just want to go somewhere else. Do she? It's weird to have somebody speaking a language that doesn't look anything like any word I've ever seen. Diane, you're speaking to that person. Susan says, come to the UK, rain and gray sky. Well, I wouldn't mind. I'd love to see the UK. I would love there to go visiting. And I don't mind it being rainy. I just don't. I would love it. That's one of my bucket lists is to go to England and Ireland and Scotland. Anyway, I guess I'll end it. It's time for me to get some stuff going on and take the dogs out and give them dinner and put my relish tray together. Yes, who knows? Says that he or she, I don't even know, also lives in a travel trailer, no counter space. Yeah, I have very little. I go to the main house to Kathy's home, and she has hardly any too, but she has more than me. That's the one of the worst things about an RV would be the space in the kitchen. If I designed something, I'd have a lot more space. But other than that, I like my little RV. It's just right. I mean, it could be bigger, of course, but it could be smaller even. Diane, I don't think this person speaks English. If they don't, they're not using it. Unfortunately, I wish I could speak all the languages. I would like to be able to be fluent, though, in like one other language. Okay, hon, take care. You have a good evening too, Eucalyptus Lady. Thanks for coming in, and I hope you enjoyed this story, my life story, one of them. Thank you, Lynn. You have a good evening too. Well, if that's Russian, I don't know what any of the words mean. Have a beautiful evening. It's been fun as always. I'm glad you enjoy it. I enjoy living here. It's not real exciting, but the chickens are really cool and my dogs are great. And I appreciate that you enjoy, just a peek. I've got some more stuff ready to do another video. I'm going to probably wait for like tonight and tomorrow and then put it out. Thank you, Diane. You have a great evening too. Granny, have a wonderful time. And thanks for stopping by. I adore you all. Thank you, Elaine. Be well. Don't forget to stop by my Etsy shop if you're, needing something like a gift for a lady or yourself. Got a lot of stuff on it. Man, the chickens are cool. Thank you, Follow Your Peace. Thank you. It was fun. Yeah, I've watched the chickens. They were like little tiny babies and now fully grown, and they really are something else. Yeah, Mother's Day is coming. That's right. I've got some pretty stuff for moms. Thank you, though, for all the support because I've had a lot of support for my channel in so many ways. And I cannot tell you how thankful I am that I'm able to do this. So until I see you the next time, peace out, my friends.